Hello there and welcome back to Medi's Tech Circle. So I'm sorry for the delay, it has been a while since my last video, but today we want to take a look at the OneUI. So this is my detailed coverage part 2 of the OneUI. If you didn't have seen the part 1, I will link it down in the video description, or you can just click here on the right corner on this eye. But yeah, here's part 2. I have really looked everywhere in this new update to find anything new or even the minor changes to tell you in this video what is new and what has changed in the OneUI. And I think this is the most detailed video you can find, you can see on YouTube. Okay, so over many days I've created a list for part 2. I think I will be able to make part 3. Maybe I will discover some other things. But yeah, let's start. The first thing is nothing really hidden. It's basically also not really an obvious thing. But many of you ask me if I can take a look at the edge lighting. So here we have the setting for edge lighting. You can access it like I have done by just holding long on the quick setting here, or you just go into the settings, then you scroll to display, then you will search for the option called edge screen, you tap on that, and then you will have the option for edge lighting. Just tap on it and here we go. So in the OneUI update, or basically in Android Pie, they added many or some things. So the first option you have is nothing new. So this is basically when you want to have the edge lighting effect to be enabled. So you can just select while screen is on, while screen is off, or always. This is what I have selected. You can choose this as what is your preference. Then we have a setting for edge lighting style. So this has been before, but here under this this setting, we have now many different some different things. So basically here under effect, you can of course select the effect. You have this glitter effect here. Then we have this glow effect, which also looks really nice. Then we have multicolor and basic. Okay. Then we have the color setting, where you have the basic color and many different colors here to choose from. Or you can also select your own color, change everything here to your preference. Then we have custom color. Custom color is, here you see by app. So here it will show all your apps you have selected, which will show up edge lighting instead of this classic pop-up. So I have just selected 3 applications. One is Messages, Snapchat, and WhatsApp. So these are my 3 applications which always when I get a notification from them, they are showing me this edge lighting effect. And here you can select a specific color for each app. So I made Snapchat message color, or the edge lighting effect color for Snapchat yellow, for Messages like in this type of blue. I could make it in a darker blue, so yeah, let's say in this one if I want to. And yeah, you can also reset the app colors. When you do this, it will try to adjust, I think maybe based on the app icon color. And what is new here, you can select by text. So basically we can do like great video, and every time I get something which contains this text in the message from an app, I can select which color it show up. So let's say I want this purple. So when I get a notification which contains something like this text, great video, I will get this purplish edge lighting effect, and I will directly know, okay, that is important. This is an important notification, or something wrote me really important. I have to take a look at this, you know? So this is really great, and you can, I don't know how many texts or things here you can add. I never tried it out before, but that's a nice feature. It could be really useful if you always want to be notified when you get a specific message. So this is really interesting and a nice feature, just so that you know. And on top here you can manage the notifications. So basically, as I told you before, I just selected 3 notifications which are showing me the edge lighting effect. You can of course also show or select all available apps if you want to. But yeah, that was now here the color section. Then we have the transparency option here. So how transparent it should be. So this is high transparency, and this is the lowest one. So this is the lowest one. With the lowest one, of course, you will get more, or the edge lighting effect will get more obvious in front of apps. Then we have the width. So here you can select between narrow and wide. So this is what it looks like on the narrowest setting. And this is the widest setting. So it's really a thick line. But I like to keep it like this in the middle by default. And what is new here is duration. So we can have a short duration, which will be something like this. Then we can have this middle thing here, which will be in duration like that. And we can have a really long duration, like this here. So this is awesome. So yeah, maybe you will then have more time also to swipe down to get your, or to open up your notification. But as you can see, when you tap somewhere on the display, you can see, okay, okay, now it doesn't work anymore, but yeah, as you can see, we have some new things here, and that's pretty nice because I like edge lighting, also with this gorgeous infinity display that just looks awesome. Okay, and edge lighting interaction is also something they added. So in Oreo it was also there, but now it is in a setting, so you can turn it off or on. And basically I've shown this before in other tutorials. So you can open the app by tabbing this this bubble from the edge lighting where it shows you your notification. Then you can pull it down to open up the app in pop-up view, in a pop-up window. And then you can swipe to the right or to the left to dismiss the notification. So yeah, that's not really something new we have here. Okay, so let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about is the navigation bar. And what I want to say about the navigation bar is that many people I've saw that on Reddit are complaining where this hide button, you know? So if we were in an app like YouTube Music, we had in Oreo before the option to basically to hide the nav bar, but not to disable it completely. So if you swiped up, you were able to show it, or to make the nav bar visible again, and then just select what you want to do. But many people are complaining that this is gone. This is gone by now. It will come back, but this is gone by now. But if you want to get rid of the nav bar, you can just use the quick toggle to enable or disable the nav bar and switch between nav bar and gestures. But in the Samsung members notice, they have noticed or listed up features or things they have changed based on customer feedback. Then they have listed things that they can't change because this change wouldn't make sense, and so on. And they have also mentioned things which are in work, so which are coming soon with upcoming updates, like with security patches. And in these things they told the beta users that they will bring back the option to hide the nav bar, so that you can hide it but still use the nav bar instead of the gestures. So this will come back soon, and they have added that a night mode schedule will also come with an upcoming update. Current beta builds for the Note 8 and S8 already have it, so I think maybe we will see that with the February patch or with the March security patch. I don't know, we will see. But yeah, okay, that was something just about the nav bar. Let's continue. The next thing we have has to do something with our home screen, and especially with Bixby Home. Here you have Bixby Home. Bixby Home shows you cards like it did before in Oreo. If you used Bixby Home, you know what it is. But now, what I really love is, look at this. There is no lag. This transition is so damn smooth, so damn fluid. Like before in Oreo, it was always lagging. There was always a bit of the delay and always a bit of a lag. But now you can't see any lag, and that's nice. I just wanted to mention it. It's not really a hidden feature, but I have to mention it. Okay, the next thing is the always on display. So you can always go over the quick setting to the always on display setting. So here is the always on display setting. But let's do this over the settings. So let's access always on display by going to lock screen. And then you will have here the setting menu for always on display. Okay, so you will see here a tip that where you can find the option to change the layout, but we will take a look at this later. So here you have the option, also like in Oreo, to select if you want to have the home button and clock, if you want just the clock without the home button, or just the home button. Then we have display mode. Tap to show. Tap to show means that if you tap the display, it will show the always on display for 30 seconds. Then show always will just display it always, like always on display. And show a schedule is you can set a schedule like you were able to do this in Oreo. Tap to show is new, and this is what I'm using, so I will just showcase this to you. So the display is locked, as you can see, and I just tap once and it will show me my always on display for 30 seconds, and then it will turn it off again. So that way you can save battery, but still look at your phone if you have any messages, your battery percentage or the clock, or like use face widgets like weather, control your music without unlocking your phone, and that is amazing. That's really a nice feature in my opinion. Okay, so also what I want to talk about is auto brightness. So auto brightness is the default setting, so the always on display brightness will adjust on the lighting environment where you are, but you can turn it off and select also the manual thing. This was available in Oreo, but when we lock the device and we activate the always on display, we double tap on the clock, you will see now this sun icon, and that wasn't before on or in Oreo. What this does is it shows you now it's on automatic mode, but if you double tap, it switches to manual mode, and as you can see, you can select here the brightness you want. This was available in Oreo too, but for to change between manual and auto mode for always on display, you always had to go to the always on display settings. But now you can do this just on the always on display itself. If you want to go back to always on display auto mode brightness, you just double tap the sun icon again, and as you can see, it's now on auto brightness again. The next thing is we have new face widgets, like we have weather, which was introduced with Samsung Experience 9.5 on the Galaxy Note 9. Now also the S7 and S7 Edge received it with the latest security patches, but here you can access the weather from just see the current weather information on your lock screen. And of course, don't have to forget it. We can access face widgets also from the lock screen. And if you are interested in which wallpapers I have, I will link them down below in the video description, so don't worry about that. Okay, so this was all about the always on display. I can show you the clock styles always on display. We have a new one, and this is this one here. You can see it looks nice, but I have this one currently enabled. And we have another new one, which is this one, which will show you all your schedules for your day. That is nice and can be handy if you are someone who has many things going on in a day and want to have an overview on what is coming. And also our lock screen clock styles have changed a bit. So here we have this new one, and that's it. So we have just one new one for the lock screen. Okay, so that's all about always on display and face widgets. So let's continue. The phone call can now be rotated. So I will show you this. So currently I have auto rotate off. So whenever I rotate my screen, I will see this icon, and if I tap on it, it will rotate. You have here under the auto rotate options many different things, so you can select what should be displayed just in portrait mode. So if you have auto rotate on, you can still select, for example, that home screen and voice call screen are just in portrait mode, even if auto rotate is on and you rotate your phone. Home screen and voice call screen will always stay in portrait mode. But I turn this off, and let's pretend I will call someone. So I will just call my voicemail, and we rotate. So let's click here on portrait, voice call screen. Oh no, sorry, I'm dumb. Let's turn on auto rotate, and boom, you can see our voice call screen can now be rotated. So that's nice. That's maybe handy. I don't know if you are watching content in landscape mode. So yeah, that's cool. That's new. Just wanted to mention it for you guys. The next thing is something about multitasking. And multitasking is pretty important for many of you because, I mean, we have 6 gigs of RAM, a good performance, and you want to quickly switch between 2 apps. That's not a problem, guys, but something has changed. And I will show you what has changed, or what you can't do anymore like you could do in Oreo. In Oreo, maybe you remember that you could double tap the button here for the recents to quickly switch between 2 apps. So between the one you have opened the last. So between Notes and YouTube Music. If you do that, did you see that? Did you notice that? That lag. Look at that lagging animation. That's horrible. That's, yeah, I don't know what to say, but look at this. Okay, now it's gone better, but still it lags. Sometimes it's just skipping the animation. But if you are using the nav bar, or you are using the gestures with the hints, so basically if you are using this one, I will show you this. If you are using full screen gestures but with gesture hints, here you can see, you can do this to switch between the app. You just swipe from your home button to the right. You see that? That's much better. It's almost the same. Okay, it's maybe slower than on Oreo by just double tapping the recents, but still, it's a better way to switch quickly between the last 2 opened apps. And if you have multiple apps opened, so let's open the dialer, let's open the camera, you can swipe and hold. Oh, sorry, that didn't work out well. But you can swipe and you will see that bar. And with that, you can switch or scroll between your opened apps. So you have to get used to. But if you are used to this, you can quickly switch between all your recent apps and be a multitasking boss. Okay, let's continue. The next thing I want to talk about is log app layout. So with log app layout, what I mean is we go to the home screen settings, and we have an option to log home screen layout. So as you can see, I can hold on an app, it will give me the pop-up menu, but the app icons are not moving. And if you try to drag an app, you can see can't move item, home screen layout locked. Also, if you go to a folder and try to add an app, you can't. Everything is locked, also the widgets. But if you are holding down on all these apps which have a pop-up menu, you can still do this, but they won't wiggle, you know? So I will show you what it looks like if you don't have locked your screen layout. You see, this app then moves, and it don't do that if you have locked your home screen layout. Okay, let's continue to the to a feature which is coming. I said it before, night mode schedule. So if you go to display and night mode, you can just turn it off and on. But soon with an update, the S8 and Note 8 already have that, you will get a schedule. So that means you can select a specific time where you want to use the white mode, and then when you want to use the night mode or the day mode and night mode, let's call it that way. And basically you can already use that by going to developer options and then go to night mode, and then you can use or have the option for automatic and then for always on and always off. So you can have night mode always on, always off, but you can do that over also the quick setting, or the over the quick setting. And automatic is the cool thing because it's based on the time of the day, so that's cool. But with the update where you will have this option here, you will also have the option to select a time, which you don't have in developer options. Okay, so just now you know how you can schedule it, but not with a time, but just by the day, you know, the daytime. Okay, and let's move on to the last one, which has to do something with the camera. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is portrait mode, or let's call it live focus, because that's what Samsung calls it. We have now the ability to use flash. We can now use the flash. Yeah, you heard right. Let's test it out. Okay. Yeah, that won't make it, or that won't work. Okay, now it's ready, I think. Yeah. Boom! And as you can see, that pic is so, not really nice. But you can now use the flash to take portrait mode by night or by bad lighting. That's awesome. Okay, if you thought that was awesome and all these tips were handy and you learned many new things about the OneUI, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any question, just ask me down below in the comment section. I will tell you or give you an answer, and just enjoy OneUI on your Samsung Galaxy S9, S9 Plus, Note 9, and also on your S8, Note 8, S10, Galaxy Fold, or whatever this foldable phone will be called. But just enjoy OneUI, and I hope you can master this OS. Okay, a new part may be coming soon. I will keep you updated. So that's it. I'm signing out, and have a great one. Peace. Let it go.